Greetings everyone, and welcome to Big Iron's Only Mechanicus, Episode 9, or Part 9, or whatever term is most relevant. So, it's been a while since I did one of these, and I'm just going to go back over the loadouts. So, we've got one armed with the Xenorite Gauss Gamma pistol, and an arc pistol. We've got one armed with a macro stubber, which for some reason costs cognition, and a phosphoserpia. And that. And we're back to them. So. I'm starting this a bit earlier than I have in the past with some of them, just because I wanted to, you know, start earlier. So, what other sidearms do I get access to, if any? Ooh, troop unit. Adamantine store. Yeah, let's go for the adamantine. Could do with the other troop choice, but well. I could do with the Castellan just for fire support, but yeah. I don't remember the voices I was doing. I'm sorry, it's been a while. So I might end up doing them differently. Well, no, that's ridiculous. Further deprivations affect our troops, Magos. Depleted adamantine tipped rounds, especially effective against Necron war forms. Adamantium supplies on the Celestis Metallicon are running out. You see the quandary. The quandary is indeed apparent. What can be done to improve supplies? The Tomb of Ecropus, significant caches of adamantine, reported by Skitari scouts, suggest denying to the enemy and claiming for ourselves. If the need is judged severe enough, Tech Priest shall be sent to acquire this asset. Decide quickly, Magos, adamantine utilized by the tomb for fuel. To fuel the motion of Ecropus's armillary. It will not be there for long. So, oh, loud noises. Sorry about that. So, my Skitari have postulated the adamantium store is used to fuel the armillary that Ecropus built to mirror his vision of the galaxy. Whatever that armillary means to the Necrons, they are very keen on keeping it going. A symbolic blow against Ecropus's armillary. A seizure of materials for Skitari use at benefit to everyone. Except the Tech Priests who must risk their lives to get it. I know my Skitari are crying out for those depleted adamantium rounds. If we are successful, Magos, you'll save a lot more lives than you risk. Indeed. I guess I have no other way forward but that. Worry the script of the enemy, for it into its lies are the seeds of corruption. Got the thing turned off? Good. Got it turned on. Cryptman versus 1113. Yeah, this is the same guy who took an orc helmet who took an orc crown and thought he could use it to rule the orcs. Stars and planets decorating this chamber seem to represent some form of pattern or code. It might be worth recording them, given Necropus' apparent role amongst the Necrons of Silver Tenebris as court astronomer. I would like to, you know, just keep going, but I'm going to document it. Hopefully it doesn't corrupt any data on the Celestis Metallicon. Yeah, well, they would have been recorded, you know, when many millions of years prior. Or at least a million years prior. Stellar drift will change the relevance of things. I love that, you know, they included stellar drift in Stargate. So... I'll grab you and put you here, because you can actually take your hit. I'll put you up the front. I might just leave them there. Oh, and you target the one that I've not got in a position where you can... I've got the one I don't want targeted. Have I got video? Pardon me, I'm seeing a black screen on the home box. Or on the home screen with YouTube. I hope this is actually... Oh good, we've got video. It just didn't want to display the video in the thing. Actually, I should probably check that I've got audio. Let's just check. Have I got audio? Yeah, we got audio. Good. Just had to make sure. Especially after, you know, the ending of the last live stream I did where I had the mic turned off. That was funny. Frustrating, but funny. Let's blast them both. Now, where's he going to nick off to? Ah, he's going to be target practice in a different location. Cool. Now, you can open up on that. And I'm having you come over to here. Now you've got cognition, so I might as well use you to bring down some troops. A servitor would be a good idea. Let's gain that. Now, let's buff the servitor and let it do the work for that tech priest, since they've used up their ranged attacks anyway. That didn't take him down, that's a problem. So, I'm going to grab from that. I'll just move to here, because I might as well do some damage and reveal the enemy's stats at once. Let's do that. Okay, he is weak to energy and not weak to physical. I can work with that. Now let's grab stats of you. Oh no, I'm gonna have to deal with physical armor. Too bad, I don't care. That dealt with that. Now let's come over to here to grab some cognition. Step back to there. And open up on him. Let's just push you over to here so that the enemy are less likely to target someone else. Yes, cognition. Okay, so we got that. But yes, I've now got Commissar Yarrick done. Well, actually no, I've got him based is what I mean. Got the basing on Yarrick done, and I will be getting some paint on him tonight and tomorrow. I've just got to get a couple of guardsmen done first, since that's the only weapon that, you know, costs cognition on this tech priest. Let's just use the cognition weapon. I didn't need to actually wipe him out, I just wanted to do some put the acid status on him. And backup arrives for the enemy. So yeah, the new Mechanicus stuff's now on pre-order over on GW, and jeez, it's pricey. Not a fan. $100 of character models costing $100. Sure, it's on a massive base, but like, it's still pricey. Also, the new Knight came out, is on pre-order, and it's more expensive than, you know, the bigger Knight Questoris class, and it's like, why? Yeah, Thalia Gulf, or whatever the actual, however you actually say the name, and the Histari are interesting designs, at least. The Histari very much are chunky Skitari with heavy weapons, and Alito seems to have the option for a power sword. Why? Why would you swap out, you know, the irradiation caster, or whatever the actual big two-handed weapon they have is, in favour of a power sword and the ability to point? That seems kind of dumb. Now, let's stick that there. Stick that there, and that over here. Now, who are you targeting? Yep, one of the ones with some decent shielding. Only took 2 damage. Yeah, I mean, Thalia looks cool. Like, the big axe looks decent, and I can do something really useful right now. I can have the troops do extra damage. +2 damage. I shall casually delete this enemy. Servitor just does it. Now for it to be properly deleted. Yeah, one thing I'd love for them to do is, you know, release the Mechanicus video game characters as actual official models. That'd be kind of cool. I doubt they would, though, at this point. Like, they aren't the phenomenal... Like, Mechanicus hasn't been the phenomenal success that Space Marine 2 was, so they probably won't invest the money into it. But it'd be nice if, you know, they did. Okay, so I can put you here and have you open up. And then have you go back into cover onto the cognition generator. Okay, let's push you back onto the cognition generator. That'll be a change that'll be interesting, not having to worry so much about cognition with the sequel. Oh, whoops. Oh, that was close. Worried, you know. I was worried that I was going to actually destroy the console, because I want to grab cognition off it first. So, let's all grab, yeah, not cognition, Blackstone. Now, let's just push you back to there. Yeah, it'll be. They've also brought out a weird Eye of Terror bundle box thing that's got one Iron Strider, one Dune Crawler, and one of the Hover Tanks. I'm left wondering why. Were they not selling very well? I mean, to be fair, look at the prices of them individually. It looks like it's a slight discount. No, that won't matter so much because he won't. Which one's that? That's just a warrior. Yeah, let's do that. Now I'm going to just run you down here. I'm not going to activate. Not going to drop the shielding. The terrain rules look interesting that they've announced for 11th. Units automatically being concealed is going to be fun. Wonder how that'll, relate to artillery. Because, artillery, indirect fire artillery sounds like it's going to be really useful in games where we've got to deal with units that can suddenly not really care about the idea of being visible. Like, oh, they're in a... Well, no, not so much being visible, but like some terrain is straight up obscures line of sight, so having the ability to just go, haha, actually, I don't need to see you, boom, 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 is going to be good. But GW do not like artillery. Or they seem to have come around to it a bit, but like, whoever it is, someone on the rules team does not like artillery. And I think it's because they lost to an artillery army. I have nothing to go on beyond, the continued nerfing of artillery over time, but it feels like someone at G-Dubs lost badly to artillery and has ever since tried to get it deleted as a result. Oh, one wound left. I think I can spare a shot. Now, are you one of the ones that does... No, you're not one of the ones that can give me... that can do damage. Like, that's a theory within some of the heresy circles for why artillery for heresy sucked last edition. Like, it was cool they brought out the models. I'm not complaining about the models, but like, a lot of the rules for template stuff got severely nerfed, whilst, Marines got massively increased. And it kind of sucked. So, let's just delete him and get some cognition. But yeah, like, Heresy Mechanicus, or Mechanicum in Heresy, have gotten a whole lot of cool stuff. And you look at, 40k Mechanicus, and we got a character and a squad. When, Heresy Mechanicum got an entire range. Sure, they were updating old resin models to be in plastic, but, still... We could have used some of those in plastic for 40k. The Dracosan something, not the Dracosan, sorry, the Triaros, something that Mechanicus players have wanted for ages. I've also faced Dracosan back in 7th edition when the rules were remotely crossover friendly. Any chance I can fire that without hitting friendlies? I do not believe I can. Okay. Okay, let's bring that to here. Sorry, Skitari. Eatus deletus. No, apparently not. Let's just push you back into contact with that. Oh, I haven't got that. I haven't got anyone in close to that. That's a shame. Let's just push you forward. Now that I've destroyed that. Now. So. What do I want to do? Like beyond, you know, preventing that from getting back up. Now, take the shot. Let's see how little health he has left after this. Yeah, thought as much. Okay, the cohort's rad sensors have picked up a previously unknown isotope. Not from the materials being sought, but something that has never been recorded in the Mensa Elementalis. Though the source lies outside the mission parameters, the quest for the omnicized knowledge encourages such discoveries to be pursued. I'd check the device. Recording. Unrecorded eventuality detected. Curiosity routine active. A rare sight. A disease, perhaps? Failure in reanimation protocols? Experience archive future retrieval. The goer follows the trail to a side chamber where a strange sight awaits them. A Necron, its construct form badly corroded, as if rusting at high speed. As the cohort watch it flakes away into a heap of dusty oxidized matter. Ah, that sounds like a bad place to be. Well, that was, in the words of Indiana Jones, I chose poorly. Or you chose poorly. But yeah, so as I am seemingly slowly building a Tyranid force, but at the very least it will act as, you know, an antagonist for my various Imperial armies. A thought occurred to me a while back that just keeps nagging at the back of my brain. I'd love to do an aircraft game where, you know, it's all flying units, and the goal is for the Imperials to get through a Tyranid force. From there, like, the Imperials start on one side of the board, Tyranids start kind of a mixture of the back of their side of the board to middle. And this is like an exceptionally long ways board. Like, it isn't, you know, normal length, it's maximum length. So like maximum weapon range length. Where am I moving things? Who's going to shoot first? You will probably get shot at first. Let's bury the injured amongst there. Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, so like you on like the Tyrannid side, you've got things ranging from your small gargoyle squads, like your small-sized gargoyle squads, because you know gargoyles are basically hermagords with wings, up to things like your Herodul. Is it Herodul or Herodin? The Tyrannid dragon. And then on the Imperial side, they've got to not just, you know, fight the Tyranids, they've also got to escort transports through. Like, that'd be an awesome game. I'd love to play that, but, you know, the problem with a game like that is it requires the models. Like, sure, with the Tyranids, I'll probably end up, like, with the Tyranids, I can sculpt most of them, or convert them, like... As I said, the gargoyles are just, you know, hermagords with extra steps. Or termagants with extra steps, sorry. They're termagants with wings, essentially. But, like, the Harpy, like, if I go to add air elements to the Tyrannid force beyond, you know, tyrants and... converted hive tyrant, which I am going to do a converted hive tyrant at some point. I'm just waiting on the third winged prime, as I have a couple more issues I need to... Well, I've got back orders of issues coming that I'm waiting on, and I also need to get by someone to pick up a couple of copies. I got them to grab for me, so I can do more conversion work. We have more Necrons showing up. Did anyone keep up with the Prior Nexus story? Not the animation, but like the whole thing? Because, like, we had this whole story that was starting to be set up at the start of 10th edition. It's, you know, end of 11th edition, and I still have no clue what happened. Like, I got bits of it, partly thanks to that previous, the Imperium Partswork magazine. But, yeah, like, what happened with Leviathan? What's the story up to now? Like, are Tyranids still threatening the Sol system? Or Segmentum Solar's inner section? Like, they were bearing down on Segmentum Solar last I heard. And yet, now we've had the Iron Warriors launching their... starting to launch their crusade to remake reality, and we'll eventually see Perturabo come out in plastic. I'm surprised we didn't get him this year, but yeah, like, I very much would like to do a game at some point that is winged. That's essentially flying units, so mixture of... So, like, on the Tyrannid side, it's everything that can fly. So you've got flying hive tyrants, squad maximum number of gargoyles providing, like, a screen of it, and the Tyrannid super heavy thing, as I said a moment ago, I'll have to probably sculpt most of it, because I can't afford Tyrannid flying titans. Not when they're like $700 each. If I'm going to drop that kind of money on anything, it's going to be on a new game console, not on Warhammer. But, and like, I do actually want to sculpt some of the big monsters for the Tyranids, because, like, they look cool, but also look like they look a bit emaciated. The Tyrannid, the big Tyrannid Bio-Titan, the Hierophant, looks like it needs thicker limbs, like, you know, to be able to move. Like, look at those limbs. They're spindly things. Like, I'd love to make one. But, like, also, you know, that is a, quite frankly, ludicrous amount of sculpting. Doable. It'd just take a month. Or 5. What do I not know the stats on yet? You. I don't know your stats. Okay, someone can take you out. So... let's just have you open up on that and try and get rid of him. Damn it. Open up on that then. Got rid of that. But yeah, if you're new around here, I do challenge runs on Mechanicus. Now, I'm probably going to shift the older challenge run footage over onto the gaming channel at some point. Once I've, you know, finished shifting over all but, you know, the most recent Genshin video. Because anything that's, you know, too kind of locked to this account verbally, I want to keep on here, but I'm not above moving the old, like, my original 2 playthroughs. What are we now, on 5th playthrough or something like that? 4th or 5th. Let's just stick one of those there. Stick that there. That poor servitor's fucked. Yep, he got wrecked. Also, the norm emissary is $207. What the heck, GW? Heck, the pyrovores are 90 each, and the psychophage, for some unknown reason, is 105. It's a single sprue. I got one out of the starter set, and I've got another one that I'm yet to, you know, build. Actually, no, I've got one I've yet to pay for. Now, what size base is the biovore on? Does it say? Because I want to, you know, kit bash pyrovore. Okay, 80mm round. Yeah, that's doable. Yeah, like the psychophages got a lot of teeth. I noticed when I screwed up with the mouth and forgot to put one of the tongues in, that it has a lot of teeth. I know some people say any hole's a goal, but don't put it in that. Forget, like, sandpaper. That's like running it through a blender. Okay. Yeah, open up on him. Like, there are several turns of me just shooting things. Now, take him out. Or at least severely wound him. There we go, we took him down. Yeah. Oh, actually, I could put that there. Yeah, no. I might just save that ability and, oh, actually... let's just put you there. Have you come up here and grab cognition. But yeah, like I plan on, like I'm planning on getting a whole lot of cheap psychophages because people, you know, got them as part of the starter set and don't want them. And I'm going to kit bash them into biovores and pyrovores. And probably exocrines. The exocrine being a very different model. It looks like it's based off the Khan effects. But I feel like, you know, reject modernity, embrace spider. um, it's like, in theory I'm arachnophobic, but like, I'm making spider tyranids. um, which one is the Biovore based on? Is it based on the Horospex Turvagon kit? Are they the same kit? Also, 155 for 2 Carnifexes. Hey, at least it's not, you know, just for 1 Carnifex. I think they were, you know, $90 at some point for a single one, but... isn't there, you know... Yeah, I was right. The Horospex is also the... I think it's the Exocrane. Yeah, Exocrane. With its big plasma, which I could probably set up, but it has big, you know, powerful limbs, which is not what the Psychophage has. The Psychophage has spindly spider limbs. But you change their position around, it'll be a bit different. Kind of want to have the big cannon coming out of its mouth. Okay. You can grab cognition from over here. And open up on him. Okay then. Open up on him again. Yeah. Yee. Okay, out of everyone here, you probably need to take out the floating tank before it becomes a problem. Or open up on him. Yeah. Let's have someone do some damage. Get rid of that. Okay, you can run over to here. So, yeah. Yeah, open up on that, and that'll get rid of the Necron in the way. Like, my Flayed One showcase shorts isn't going to be the last time I'll make Flayed Ones. I've... Like, it's an easy process. It's a little fiddly, but it's easy. Hey, more Necrons. Okay, Xenocide it is. And unlike in, you know, we're dealing with people, it isn't a war crime. One of these days I'll remake that video. A few years back, oh, what was it, 21? Yeah, 2021. The, should gamers be charged for their in-game war crimes article from The Guardian from, like, 2013. Started doing the rounds a bit. And, of course, everyone reacted to, you know, the cover of it. No one actually read it. So I gave it a read. But, like, the whole point of it really was, you know, it shouldn't just, you know, be an end to gameplay. There should be, you know, in-game consequences that you experience. So, like, you know, the character ending up in prison and having to serve out their sentence or something like that. And, like, yeah, war crimes are not something that should be joked about, even though I think we all do at some point or another. And there are some that are a bit silly. Like, video game companies being told off for, you know, having what is officially the Red Cross symbol, for using it when, you know, they're putting it on medic tents or on first aid kits when it's, you know, something you see on first aid kits occasionally. Like, I get it, it's supposed to mean something very specific, but when everyone recognises it as the symbol of healing, it's kind of sad that, you know, it's not allowed to be used as such. Open up on him. Grab cognition. Oh, I could have deleted one of the wounded foes. Is that enemy the only one still standing? Yes, they are. Okay, we've secured it. Excellent news, Magos. Processing of material begins immediately. Then the Skitari have the weapons they need to do their duty. My duty is done to keep them fed, keep them fueled, keep them armed. This is the will of the Omnissiah. Like to think Mechanicus, like, well, actually first the Skitari, but like Mechanicus turn 11 years old this year. It's like a playable faction. Previously they were just part of the Guard and Marines, with a little bit of a mention, like Tech Marines go back to Rogue Trader. I'm not so sure about Tech Priests. But yeah. Oh, is there much resources to level characters? Okay. You were the closest to becoming a cognition generator, weren't you? What's the armor like? Okay. Great cost. They are nearly there. They're not getting that hat though. Now, is there anything better I could arm them with? Like a better... Oh, I've not got a better version of that. Or of that. Okay. Okay, denied to the enemy, maybe? So that's purification, that's constellation of madness. Yeah, I am partly considering missions based on rewards. Okay then, so... No, I don't want to do carrion crew, I'll do denied to the enemy. Okay, so... select that. Yeah, let's stick with the ones that have pistols. Let's go. Good news for once, Magos. My Skitari scouts have identified a reanimation chamber in the tomb of Equipus. It is more than just another sarcophagus. This machine is being used to repair and even reconstruct fallen Necrons. Combat doctrine dictates such a resource should be denied to the enemy. My thinking too. My Skitari are tied up holding the line in the tomb, but a surgical strike against this reanimation machine could cripple the enemy's ability to keep the pressure on us. There is much that needs our attention on Silver Tenebris Subdomina, but if it is possible to see this reanimation device destroyed, it should be done. I'm pressing enter. It's X. It's not doing anything. From the data acquired on the tomb thus far, I extrapolate the reanimation device is in the depths of the tomb and heavily defended. Of course, Magos. What did you expect? Anything less? Oh no, would you expect anything less? The Omnissiah is pleased to see obstacles in our path, for by overcoming them we learn more. Thus, through hardship, the totality of knowledge grows. I'll try to bear that in mind. It does not sound comforting when you say it like that. Immortal detected, database unlocked, loading. Rejik, awaken, sire. Why he locked us away from his Necron studies I do not know, but it is filling my emotion receptors with frustration. His naming of the Necrons is helpful, however. Loaded. Personal recording, subject, Immortal, NN 032. Subject is far more resilient than warrior class. They also show signs of cognition, where warriors possess none. Sightings of them blurting out what seems to be direct, basic orders, proof of some cognition. Guess I'm gonna just mess around with the voice for the fun of it. Transmission cut. Terry whip this Malak save. Fail corrupted. Okay, Immortal is over there. Thou that hath the strongest shields shall be the ones at the front. Everyone else in between them. But yeah, I've got, not counting, well, do I want to do it as part of Mechanicus? Depending on if I make a separate Flayed one video or not. The Flayed, there's 1 to 2 Well, there's 2 or 3 videos relating to Necrons that are yet to happen. One of which I'm still painting the subject, and I've actually just reprimed them because the base colour that I'd used didn't. The primer colour I used didn't work. What a waste of that weapon. Oh, that was a waste. Oh, that was a real waste. Let's just move you over to there then, if I'm going to waste time on the ability to reduce damage or reduce cost of weapons. Then he might as well not fire again. Ugh, pardon me. Open up on that. Let's see, physical or energy? Physical, okay. There are a few weapons in the cohort that can annihilate him. So, let's just still push up here. Okay, that only can take 1, so let's grab from there then. Have you got range? Okay then, let's just open up on him. Actually, that's not a bad idea because of his resistance to physical damage. It's kind of sad they got rid of that with the sequel. But yeah, I was talking Nids. I thought someone had the sniper pistol. No, you're the one that gets double cognition. Yeah, you're the one that gets double cognition. Good. So I thought there was another enemy floating around. Oh well. I spoke too soon. So, who and what am I sending where? Stick the servitors there. Let the servitor die. Yep, of course. That poor servitor. Okay, so what are the weaknesses of the immortals? Let's just see. Oh, that took him out almost. Okay. So, now I was talking Tyranids, wasn't I? Let's bring back the web store so I can look at it. But yeah, Tyranid, a big aerial game would be something I'd love to do. like with Tyranids, I'm kind of approaching the army partly from the perspective of let's try and do things in a way that doesn't break the bank, which is, you know, kind of hard when they're a mostly horde army, but that's also kind of where I'm coming from with converting, with using the psychophaging conversions, because, you know, I can get it cheap. And I'll put the right size base under it as well. Now, should have probably used the anti-acid ability on that. Oh well. Open up on him. Oh, I need to do... Oh no, that one's not ready. Now, who do I want to... Where do I want to stick that? Right there, and just block him. Like, let's be a dick with teleporting. So, that gets to attack. Yeah, maybe tonight wasn't the best night for me to live stream, but I wanted to do this tonight since Yarrick will probably be tomorrow. So... like the Tyranid sprue that had the brain bug and the screamer killer on it from Leviathan. They're selling that for 95. 95 for just that. And at least they've priced down the Neurogaunts down to a bit below what they charge for the Termagaunts and Hermagaunts. But, like, I was looking and the old kit that had the Termagaunts in it also had the Hermagaunts in it. You got a kit with both of them. Let's get rid of that guy, so he isn't going to be a threat. Where do I want to go? No, I don't want to just... I don't know. Do I want to deploy anything else? Ouch. What of mine can do things. Okay. You have line of sight on him, so take the shot. Jeez, that did well. Verb cognition. Yeah, open up on the console and get rid of it. Now, let's just move you kind of around here. Okay, I got lost in thought there, I'm sorry. Okay, what can I do to get things to go forward faster? Grab cognition. Heal yourself, and then end the round. End your turn. That's going to hurt the friend, but too bad. So, is that down? Oh, so we're just dealing with those then. No. Thought we wiped out everyone else. Oh, no, we're dealing with the Necron over there. That makes sense. Okay then, so... let's just... put 2 damage to the troop so that you can actually do something. And let him do something. But all you can do is whack. But it was sufficient. Something about when you're a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. Oh, loud hardware, sorry about that. Such a rare prize. Category, such a prize. Category rare. Desire, want it on my slab. Dissection equals immediate. We're going to examine it. I don't want to touch it because, you know, it's Necrons. So, yeah, let's go that way. At least that was the opening mission. So, this area of the tomb of Ecropus is haunted by auditory hallucinations. The Skitari have reported them, and now the cohort hears distant screaming and human muttering in an unknown language. It could be related to the reanimation chamber, or perhaps some mind-altering radiation. Let's do a system check. Yeah, figured that might take time. But might as well make sure the systems are, you know, safe. Let's just take the shortest route if possible. It reminds me of one of our fabricators for making some replacement components. Maybe it is connected to the reanimation chamber. The Necrons certainly have a need for spare parts. Booby trap. Yeah, let's booby trap the thing. Let's go to there. Oh, that's not a good sign. Whoa, black stone. Okay, so we've got the terminals down there that we've got to get to. Oh god, it's this map. I do not like this map.
So let's just put you here. Oh, that's going to be a problem. But they are coming to us, which is helpful, actually. Okay, where was I thinking about going with things? I'll delay them for a moment. Open up. Okay, so yeah, I am spacing out, and that's not a good thing. At least, you know, I can do physical damage to this thing. Actually, that gets rid of it. I'm just going to end turn for him. And start turn for him. Now the plan is to just, you know, let the Necrons come through and spawn at each of those locations. Because they will. At least it was a warrior, not an immortal. So I've also made a reverse grip Terminator squad. So normally Terminators have got their power fist on their left side. These ones have it on the right. Let's just leave you. And of course your physical damage. Because why did I expect hope for energy damage? Okay, there's not much else I can really do against him with them. Okay. Open up on him. Back, got rid of him. Let's clean up the battlefield a bit, shall we? Okay, sorry, I mentally froze up there. Trying to figure out what to do next. I am operating on fumes tonight. Oh, all these things happen. So we've still got one left that can come out, so I'm gonna I might just wait until this one's nearly dead. Now I can finally hit this one. Take the shot. Okay, not very effective. There we go, I knew one more had spawned. That's an interesting choice to have it not fire. Open up on it. Oh, that did its job. Okay, there's nothing else I can do with this one, so let's have these open up on you. What's your stats? At the very least, he's going to take some acid damage. I probably could have had them grab cognition from around the battlefield. So I really should put down some troops and, you know, get the healing equipment. I think someone had it by now, but yeah, it requires me to, you know, have it. Let's just move you to there. Let's put the servitor in front of the machine. Open up on him. Now, push forward. Open up. We triggered the alert. Oh well. Oh, okay, so what I thought might be over here is actually over there. Oh well. Let's spread the paint around. Of which there is about to be a lot. Oh no. There goes that something. Wait, was that the servitor that got wiped? Yeah, it was the servitor that got wiped. Okay, that gets rid of him. Now I don't have to be a coward down there. I can be a coward up here. Is anyone in range? Jeez, those immortals are tough. 24 HP. That's nuts. He just took too long to move. So but yeah, the new terrain rules dropped and it's looking like rectangles are the new circles. Certainly inspires me to actually, you know, make some terrain for the new edition. Now, I am going to just put some acid damage on him. Counterattack could be about to be very brutal. Oh no, poor Skitari, 1 HP left. Okay then. Now you can push down here. So, is there anything... Okay, so he can do something. Hopefully that doesn't hurt my guy too much. Good. It did something to them at least. That will help. Let's just move you up to here. Oh, you have cognition now. Good. Ouch. Well, this is an unfortunate thing, and I see that unit that's about to wake up again and open fire on us. And because none of us are melee, it can do that. That's gonna hurt. At least we've got more backup coming up to deal with it. Poor Skitari. But yeah, it's looking like... I don't know, I thought the website took me to it when I clicked on it. So... actually show us the... So, the terrain bits that you need for the regular missions, for the standard missions, is 4 large rectangles that are 7 inch by 11.5, 2 large right angle rectangles that are 8 inch by 11.5, 4 medium rectangles that are 4 by 6 inch, 2 long ones that are 10 by 2.5 or 2.5 inch, and 4 short lines that are 6 inch by 2 inch. So all of that is stuff that, you know, you could make using you could make to look like all manner of things. Open up on him, please. Like, I'm thinking the first set I'll probably make is Tyrannid themed ones that are a mixture of overgrown ruins and just straight up creatures coming out of the ground. That didn't take him out, but it certainly injured him. Let's try and take out that warrior. Now, they keep marching down. Let's let the Necrons keep marching on. Ouch. Well, isn't it convenient that I've got that ability to work with? Open up. Please just teleport away, because I don't want to have to destroy you a second time. Yeah, we hit that and spread the damage around. Let's grab that one because it's slightly further away. Let's open up on them collectively. And run. I'm going to pull him back because he's going to die if he stays out in the open there. Come on, grab cognition. There's cognition to be had, you can grab it. Let's see, who do I want to actually have him open up on? Yeah, do that. That did some damage at least. Did it take him out? I think it did. Nice. So the warrior's, you know, still up, but that'll change soon. Yeah, the starter set seems to be a cheap way of getting hold of termagants for a Nid's army. And in theory, you need at least probably 3 to 4 squads of them just to have a decent screen and or objective control presence. I'd say back each one of them up with some kind of a light unit. Now, let's open up on you. Yeah, I thought that might be energy shielding. Let's buff that. Let's grab cognition from over here. open up on him. So you're at 13, you're at 12 of 13 health, you'll be fine. So, let's got him up there. Let's take him out. Well, so I'll still be able to shoot the Necronomortal from there. Now I've got to get let's grab more cognition for the next person. Now let's push you up to here. Let's get rid of that immortal that's over there. I realise that didn't do anything to that warrior, but it didn't need to. Now, is there any... No, there's no troops left. The Energizer won't do anything. I probably should swap it out for something useful. Okay, so, yeah, sorry, I don't know what happened there. I hope I'm not too boring. Actually, let's see if I can hit them. You can, it's just not very effective. Well, let's make it effective. That got rid of them. Now, because yeah, we've got to get up and scan or destroy the consoles, don't we? Let's just bring you up to here. That might cause those other Necron Warriors to actually walk backwards now. Oh, subject, I need to deal with that one back there. Ah, the immortal that needs to be immortalized against the wall at mass velocity. So, let's obliterate that. Wondered how long it'd be till that showed up. Okay, you can run to here and grab cognition. Go over to here. Yeah, let's do that. So, if I can deal with... because I've dealt with him a bit, but... yeah... let's get rid of that and start moving through and actually getting you closer to the objective. Yeah, hopefully next stream I'll actually have more to talk about. Now, has there been any new announcements on Warcom? Because they're drip feeding us the new edition, which... oh, sorry. Clicked on the wrong tab. So yeah, they revealed the new Vanguard veteran last week, and I've... actually no, not last week, earlier in the week, and I've got to say, kind of underwhelmed. Like, I look at it and I'm like, oh, it's there, it's a thing. It suffers from the problem that the the previously revealed Primaris Marine that was announced back at the at Adepticon suffer from the same problem of they just look too Mark 10. Like, yeah, the like they just look too Mark 10. Like, if they modified the Mark 10 to have like, you know, different looking legs, that'd go a long way. Chance of a line of sight on them. Now, I want to move him over to there. Okay, so open up on him. How much damage did that do? Deal 1 damage. Let's just be certain he takes at least something. If he's gonna, you know, nearly kill a tech priest, I might as well make sure that he gets nearly taken down in the process too. Or at least afterwards. Open up on him, please take him out. Damn it. Okay, my line of thinking disappeared. Didn't make it out into verbal, I'm sorry there. And now I've lost it too. So, let's push you up to here. Now that we've got that going up here, I can grab some cognition from over here. Now, because you have line of sight and can get rid of him. Okay, so it's got that there. I probably should have had either really hot or cold drink ready to go. Oh boy, plentiful amount of immortals. What joy. Let's grab that. Let's blast them and see who takes damage. Or not. Now, I can move him precisely not very far. So, if I move him to here, I can open up again with the arc pistol. You are in trouble. There is no cognition among the stars. Blah. Sorry, I'm frozen up. I froze up there. Blah. Sorry, I spaced out there. I kind of... it's been a long day. So... It's just good that gets rid of them. Okay, let's heal him up a bit now. Let's just... Nope, he's going to take some damage. Cognition from that one. I take it, yeah, I thought there was nothing left that I could bring out. No matter. So, we've got them coming through. Yeah, tonight was not the best choice to live stream. Oh well. Hey, we got him down. Nice. Let's deal with that. Chance I've nard. Thought I didn't have enough cognition to get him to wander through. Oh well. Got him there. Let's grab one of those and run to here. So, if anyone's still watching, sorry for not being as coherent during this stream as I normally would be. I just was like, okay, I've got to do something so that, you know, the Genshin videos aren't the last streams I have on this channel, before my next miniatures video. But, yeah, so I went, let's just continue the Big Irons playthrough. Oh, I get the feeling I might not have actually gone through the console. Oh well. Now do I have to delete that one remaining Necron? Not going to quite be the challenge it might be, but yeah, bang. Oh, loud hardware. So, that's tangled. The arcane machinery of the resurrection chamber proves highly susceptible to demolition techniques. Explosive charges shatter the delicate device, filling the chamber with flying shrapnel and shattered crystal. Whatever this machinery will do, oh no, whatever this machinery did, it'll never do it again. One of the key advantages the Necrons, one of the Necrons' key advantages is the fact they seem to replace their losses indefinitely. We've taken that away from the Magos. Moskatari will thank you for this. Well, thank you if this takes some of the pressure off them. Destroying it was the only logical option. My fellow tech priest would have desired capturing and studying the location. My Eurovotes are devoid of any regret in the in having disappointed them. Okay, that didn't... I tried to press X to continue the conversation, but it didn't want to let me. So... Now, let's just... Okay, well, at least we didn't lose all the tech priests. Breaks 6 armor. Nice. So... we've got a lot of not pistol weapons and, yeah. We've got plenty of not pistol weapons, but yeah, anyway, I think I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be back with more later in the week. Anyway, catch you around. Bye.